ready? Are you ready for a good time? What's going on, everybody? If you're at home, you're staying quarantined, you're staying indoors, you're doing the right thing that we're supposed to do here in the COVID-19 pandemic, a war we're all fighting, even though it's a war we technically don't get to see up front. Why don't you just join me? Jump into the comments, get your comments on screen. Tell me what you're thinking of SmackDown in real time together. You know, maybe you got it up on your TV, you throw us up on your phone. Pretty cool stuff, all right? Go ahead and give us a follow here if you're here on Facebook, and share the link and invite people to join us. I know we're getting a triple threat tonight, and we'll have full results of tonight's SmackDown. I'll post the link here in the chat for you guys as we're watching live. We got the free time. Why not just jump in, right? What's up, CW George? What's going on, guys? Go ahead and share this with all your Facebook friends. If you have a Facebook group that you're in, you can share this link there as well. And get your comments here on screen. Tell us what you're thinking of SmackDown in real time. That's right. We're going to have The Miz and Morrison in Tag Team Champions, but a triple threat match for the Tag Team Championships. Same thing we got at WrestleMania. Encouraging, weird situation here. One of the Usos, Miz, and Big E in action tonight. And we get Money in the Bank qualifiers, Daniel, Bryan, and Cesare. This is the match that I am looking forward to tonight. This is the match I am looking forward to tonight. Shout out your Twitter handles, all that cool stuff, guys. We'll post some of those on the screen if you're watching with this live, too. Sad week in wrestling, isn't it? Pretty sad week in wrestling with all the layoffs. We're having a presentation here. We're going to get more of Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. They're in that weird love triangle situation with Otis and Dolph Ziggler, and how Mandy was deceived by her friend Sonya so that she wouldn't hook up with Otis, and they revealed backstage footage, all that crazy stuff. The person who wrote that, Andrea Lessenberger, she was released by WWE this week. So writers were affected by this. And we're learning more about that situation of more people being released from the NXT roster today. Most of the major names you have not, some names that you would not consider major that have not been on TV in some time. Tainara Conti is the largest name. She was featured in the Mae Young Classic tournament and was featured on NXT a handful of times. Reportedly, she has been released. Herman Takar, like seeing you, Herman. A lot of people there watching the show live. If you're with us, get your comments on screen. Starting off here with Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss, her Nikki Cross. Cheers to that. Coffee cups. Everybody have a drink. Someone's drinking on TV. It's cherry Coke. Has anybody watched the main event on Netflix? Watched it this morning. Not at half bad. Had a bunch of NXT dudes in it. This is the we're getting Braun Strowman up early here. World champ. That question from Troy. Troy, I haven't seen it. It looked like a real kitty movie, but a WWE completely involved in it. Oh, I know Otis Stozovich is involved in it. Can you tell me what other wrestlers are in it? I haven't seen it yet. It's something I have to watch this weekend. I haven't caught up on the Big Show too, which I understand is like a family sitcom that isn't nearly as bad as people expected it to be. I guess on the surface, people thought it would be kind of off. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. How you guys feeling that? That's coming up at Money in the Bank. They just presented that. Braun Strowman out there flexing. If you're in the chat, shout out where you guys are watching the show from, too. Let us know where you guys are watching the show here, SmackDown on Fox tonight. Does Braun look a little bit lighter? I mean, he's still huge. The guy's still 300 pounds, but he still looks a little bit lighter. What up, Aussies? How you doing, Jesse? A lot of great podcast listeners for us out there. Thank you so much. Oi, oi. Hope you guys are doing good. Jesse, I have an Australian question for you. Is it true that AC/DC is called Akadaka? AC/DC does the theme song for SmackDown. I heard they were called Akadaka by some Australian people. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, if you're watching SmackDown with us, guys, join the chat. Let us know what you think of the show. Fly in and out. We'll be here all night. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate that. Hey! The wave is very creepy. Chris, I'm going to get to your comment in just 1 second. I want to watch this. Yeah, he is. Not a nice guy. Yeah. Good call. I like how they're doing the promos right to the camera. You know, with no fans, how do you get that connection with the audience? Go right to the camera, right there through the video scope, as Macho Man Randy Savage would say. Krista says, are you happy because it's live and not taped like the last few weeks? It makes it a little bit more special. But I mean, I think WWE's done a really good job of keeping things from leaking out of the studio. With not that many people there, I mean, if this is taped in front of a crowd, you would know what happened. But we didn't get that, and these shows are live. Changes to how WWE is taping their television shows, by the way. We have that up at WrestleZone.com. Some of their broadcasts in the next few weeks will not be live. They may have some tape shows after April. After April 26th, they're going to tape out a bunch of different TV shows. Oh, he got a gift and he opened up the box. It's the black sheep. Remember when he was in the Wyatt family, they had him wear the black sheep mask. You just put the black sheep mask in there, dude. If you're a WWE fan that's been watching a few years, you know when Braun Strowman was introduced, every member of the Wyatt family had masks besides Bray. And now Bray wears a mask himself. But they gave Braun the black sheep, and he would come out, and then he would have this black sheep mask on, and he would take it off. It's kind of interesting. Eric Rowan had one of those as well. It's kind of creepy. Samantha Stevenson said she's interested in Fiend versus Braun. What do you guys think here? More mind games. Mind games. All right, so that's how SmackDown opens up. We're about 10 minutes in. Kind of interesting to open up with a hot angle involving the World Champion angle, the World Champion storyline. And, Bray Wyatt, you get mind games from him. He's a made-for-TV character, I think. I'm into it. I'm not in love with it, but I'm certainly intrigued that they did a lot of fan service. When these guys squared off last week at the end of the show, rather, Bray Wyatt on the TV screen and Braun in the ring after just winning a match, I thought it was interesting that he immediately put himself in this position of, hey, I know you're a part of my past. And Bray saying right away, hey, I found you in a swamp. He's a swamp monster. That's what they should call. They should call Braun Strowman. He's a swamp monster. Should they call Braun Strowman a swamp monster? Get into the chat. Should he be a swamp monster? Let me know what you think here. Christopher Curtis Jones say, what are your thoughts on the superstars that were fired? Well, first off, they weren't fired. They were laid off. There's a difference in being fired and laid off. Very, very big difference in that. It's very, very sad. I kind of went into deep detail on the last 3 videos we have up here on Facebook. Those are our WrestleZone dailies, a short breaking news video where I broke down the initial people that were released. And is this mic getting a little bit too loud for you guys? Let me know. If it's too loud, let me know. I want to make sure the sound is crisp. But we broke down in depth. It's a very, very sad thing and kind of very awful timing for WWE to do this now, since they just had some type of arrangement with the government in Florida where they got to be deemed essential. When there's so many businesses are closed, WWE is still taping television. Fans were very critical of that online. But to counteract that, they then released people. So so that got them a lot of there was not a lot of great sentiment in it. I feel very, very bad for the people that were let go, though I think many of them will find a place in wrestling. We've already heard talk that Carl Anderson has hinted at a return to Japan. He is active with Luke Gallows in the Talking Shop podcast, which they relaunched before this bad news happened. And we're also learning today that some of these guys were under contract for nearly 5 years. Some of them under contract into 2024. So that would have been a long-term deal, especially in today's standards. So I feel very, very bad for him. But I also I don't think going off on WWE about it and saying they're an awful company is. I mean, certainly you can say it's bad that they did it, but I don't think it's. How do I describe it? I don't think it's the most complete thought. If WWE wasn't doing live events in August, and you've been off the road for that many months, and you don't have that many talents, and so then you have fewer spots on TV. You're not using those talents for live events anymore. You're not using them for house shows. Would you be surprised if they release people? And I think most people would understand no. So I feel very, very bad for everyone involved. I wish this didn't have to happen, but the times we live in are a little bit difficult. I can't tell you the agents here, as we're at commercial now. We've learned that, and I've learned this from some industry sources as well. Many of the agents involved in this, and those are the backstage producers, many former wrestlers you've seen on television before, many of them are expected to get their jobs back and are on furloughs. And furloughs are different from being laid off. That is basically, we're icing your contract. We're not paying you right now, but when we can get you back on the road, working events and being backstage and producing WWE events, we will have you back. That is there's a strong sentiment that'll happen as well with live event producers as well. Here we go. More comments kind of coming in here. Mike Herzl says he was shocked at a couple handful of different releases there. A lot of people were very, very surprised, especially Gallows and Anderson. Rusev was a very big surprise there as well. Jonathan Parchman saying the mass release was a business decision, nothing personal. Yeah, I think sometimes people need to kind of separate business from personal, but it's very, very hard because, in wrestling, so many of the performers are so passionate about what they're doing. And that becomes personal, and they have a personal connection with the audience. I can understand that here. Yes, of course, sad news. Steve texting in here about the passing of The Fink, longtime ring announcer for WWE. Some of you guys are a little bit ahead of me here. I'm streaming the show, so if you're watching it on a live TV feed, you guys may be ahead of it. I'm streaming it on the Fox app legally, so I'm getting the commercials too. So we're getting legit boss here in the ring with Tamina. This match made last week by Bayley, who's the reigning SmackDown champion. I love Bayley walking out with the gear on. She has all the glasses and doing the dance and everything like that. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, sad news about the Fink passing away. We covered that as well. If you guys are first-time viewers, you should check out what we're doing here. Make sure you follow our page as well, on top of liking it. That's a weird thing. Bayley going to be on commentary. I can't get over Bayley and that hair. That hair of the mom who's going to complain at a restaurant about her food or where she's placed. That is the haircut of somebody who complains at a restaurant. All right, guys, quick predictions. We're getting Tamina, Big Monster, coming back here in ring with Sasha Banks. Who do you got? Got to pick someone. Fire it off in the comments right now. We're all watching live, right? Maybe you're a little bit ahead of me. Maybe this match is already done. If you guys like a minute ahead of me, let me know. You got Sasha Banks with that long blue hair. I mean, she has a cape of hair. Let me know here. Who do you got? Tamina or Sasha Banks? I think Tamina's going to mess her up right now. Mike is watching on an Amazon Fire Stick. Me too. Yeah, Jimmy texting in there saying Tamina's pissed. You're absolutely right. Jonathan Perkins saying Tamina goes over dirty. She wins. Maybe there's a dusty finish there. Herman is saying I feel Sasha Banks will turn face, will turn face on Bayley. I think that's what you're saying. Mark is saying he thinks Sasha Banks gets this win. Eric Padona says he thinks it should be Tamina. You know, they've been building Tamina up a little bit since the big 5-pack challenge they had at WrestleMania. And she wrecked a couple people in that. She did not win, but, you know, it took a lot of people to get her out of the ring. And she's been in the WWE system for a long, long time. Never thought she was an incredible performer, but always thought she kind of stood out. Oh, she got her a legit Boss shirt. A really tiny baby legit Boss shirt. Let me just put it on your chest and see how you feel about it. This is a small. I wear an extra large. I thought that was pretty funny. Throwing it at Bayley. Good stuff there. Oh, look at that. Sasha Banks trying to get the schoolboy roll up with it. Tamina not feeling that at all. Almost hit the referee on the whip here. Oh, Tamina just going to wreck her. Love Sasha Banks trying to play the chicken shiz heel here. Roll up. Not going to happen. What's up, JMC? What's going on, guys? If you're watching for a little bit, I'm watching SmackDown Live. Tell me where you're watching from. Who do you got, Tamina or Sasha Banks? I'm watching live in real time. Maybe you're a little bit ahead of me here. We'll be watching SmackDown all night. We'll have, if you tune in at any point, we have full results up at WrestleZone.com, so we'll catch you up there. The whole, Performance Center is, blue lights, and Sasha Banks has blue hair, and then she has this light blue gear. It's all kind of blending in together here as we go to commercial. Eric says the end goal is Sasha Bayley at SummerSlam. I could see that as well. What up, Mobile, Alabama? Bama! Roll Tide! War Eagle! Mark Deal's watching in Ohio. If you haven't joined us before, tell us where you guys are watching the show from. I'm watching from Chicago. Scott George says, I hope Bayley, what did you say here? I hope Bayley stays heel. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like Bayley as the heel? Do you like Bayley as the SmackDown Women's Champion? I'm on the edge with it. I wouldn't mind Sasha getting pissed for having Bayley's back here, getting thrown in this match or other situations, and saying, you know what, screw it. I protected you at WrestleMania, and I could have went after the title, but now I'm going after the title. You know? Interesting here. Let's see what people are saying here. Sportsnet 360. That's up in Canada, right, Nick? Eric's out in Boston. What's going on, guys? Shawnee and Reed, we ever going to see the 4 horsewomen versus the 4 MMA horsewomen, and who is all in? And who is in the MMA 4 horsewomen? Sean, you're referencing something that has long been speculated. It was teased on NXT television a few years ago, but has never really been pursued beyond that one big tease. The 4 horsewomen of MMA that have made the jump over wrestling would be Marina Shafir, Jessamine Duke, who all have an MMA background, Ronda Rousey, we know her name from UFC, and Shayna Baszler, also with the UFC pedigree. Now all in the WWE fold. They would then take on the 4 horsewomen of NXT, which would have been Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Sasha. And that has been teased. And a lot of people wanted that at Survivor Series a couple years ago, this past year. Every time a Survivor Series or even one of the big 4 pay-per-view comes up, people say, you should do the MMA horsewomen versus that. But, I mean, you have Shayna Baszler on Raw, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir are still in NXT's fold. They were the goons for Shayna, but they weren't called up to Raw with her. They have a lot less wrestling experience, I believe, than Shayna or Ronda. And then you have, all four of the horsewomen of NXT, Bayley, Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte Flair, all doing a lot of different things right now. So you'd have to clear the air on like 8 different superstars to make that match happen. I don't see it happening anytime soon. An ad right now for Family Guy on Fox. I haven't watched a new episode of Family Guy in a long, long time. I watched the old episodes. I'm years behind on it now. Back from the commercial break here. Sean wants to know, could we see that match soon? I don't know. Who knows, man? I don't know if you may see like a big 8-man tag match. I don't know how WWE feels about having that many people in the ring right now in one match. If we're still dealing with a COVID-19 situation, are you going to have a Royal Rumble? Think about that. Are we going to have a Royal Rumble? Are you going to have 30 superstars in one match? 12 guys in the ring at one time? Something like that? Battle Royals? Do you want that many guys in the ring at one time? Do you want to increase the risk? Wrestling is risky already. What do you think here? Interesting storyline. I'm surprised that Sasha's not getting whomped on. I'm surprised that Tamina is on the bottom end of a beating right now. Different takes here. Oh, come on. You got to sink that headlock in. You got to whomp on her. How's the referees have to do a lot of hand signaling? How you feel? Are you okay? We got to do. All right, what do you think? Oh, are you gonna give up? I always notice that when the referee does it. Hey, what do you think here? Oh, 2 count. That's a 2 count. What up, Texas? The stars are bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin Kellum. A little bit of the Smackdown Watchalong. We're all in quarantine, so why don't we watch some wrestling together? Share the link. Maybe tag a friend in the comments as well. If you have a friend who's watching wrestling, they're watching us, or they could be watching wrestling with you. Join me here on the old comfortable virtual couch of the internet. Up now at WrestleZone.com, we're covering the entire situation with WWE layoffs this week. We also have many episodes of WrestleZone Radio, the podcast. We reviewed MLW, a show that is producing a lot of new content right now in quarantine, or at least releasing a bunch of new content. A lot of it's taped with a real crowd. That's right. Remember wrestling with a crowd? Uh-oh. Sasha coming through the ropes, thought she was going to get that big leap off the first rope there for a clothesline. She got smacked down, big STO. I would get out of the ring too. Hey, you. Oh, you got distracted there. Into the ring post, you broke up that LED board that's on there. A little bit of a short 619, scooting around the top rope. Threw right in the steps. I like when guys get thrown in the steps. Anybody gets thrown in the steps, and they heel over the steps, or they like pop over the other side. Remember Mick Foley would do that when someone would get thrown in the steel steps? Oh, what's going on? Ghana, West Africa. Babs J, what's going on here? Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe everywhere, buddy. Hope everyone's doing well. Lacey Evans, where did she come from? I got to interview Lacey back in November before Survivor Series. Did a sit-down interview with her. That is up on WrestleZone's YouTube page, and it is also up in our podcast feed. Give it a search, Lacey Evans WrestleZone. Really, really fun interview. She made fun of me to my face and called me a nasty. Tamina get the win? Oh! Tamina versus Bayley. Big interference at the end. What do you think here? I don't know. What up, Jared Corey? Shout out to the greater Rockford area. Shout out to Fats Productions. Shout out. I've done some great comedy shows for him. Look up his stuff. When comedy comes back, you guys got to come to shows. I believe you guys will be able to see live comedy before you get to see a live concert in the United States. Think about that. You can go to a comedy club and be 6 feet away apart from each other and still have a good time. Jonathan Parchment says, my prediction was right. Where's my $10,000? We never promised $10,000 to anyone who predicted the winner of this match here. All right? I did not give a prediction, but I felt Tamina would win. So I'm going to scratch that. How do you guys think? Will you guys be able to beat me in predictions tonight? When the matches come out, we'll try and call it. Later on tonight, Naomi versus Dana Brooke. Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. Money in the Bank qualifiers. Who do you got? I want to hear it now. Give it to me in the chat. We're going to watch these live, and I want to know who you got, all right? I should write this down. Should I write this down? Mike, you feeling DP and Naomi? I think those are some solid choices. Are you ready for a good time? All right, people feeling Bryan on this one? Jackie texting in here, North Carolina. North Carolina, go on, throw your hands up. Spin your t-shirt like a helicopter. Petey Pablo. You want to talk about some old school hip-hop? Some hip-hop hooray. Steven Chambers is picking Naomi and Bryan to win. What's up, Steve? Love seeing you in the chat all the time. People feeling DB and Naomi are the solid picks here, man. Dana Brooke has been on the low end for a long time, huh? New people in the chat, if you're with us, get your comments on screen. Tell us who you think is going to win those Money in the Bank qualifiers tonight. Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. Naomi versus Dana Brooke. That is coming up tonight. We're also getting a triple threat singles match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Yes, they simply don't want that many people in the ring at one time. So we're going to get a lot on that here. People feeling Naomi and Cesaro now. Kevin Durgan saying Bryan, but want Cesaro, want him to get the case. That would be something special. I think Daniel Bryan with the case would be pretty cool. He's done it once before. That'd be interesting. I'm a big sucker for Daniel Bryan. Love me some DB. Love me some DB. Yes, all day long. Pam texted in Pam Slam. People call you Pam Slam, Pam? They should. All right, Pam. She's saying Daniel Bryan win unless Cesaro's bitch boys interfere. It's only funny because you said bitch boys. It has like a rhyme to it. All right, let's see what here. Pam's also feeling the Usos here as well. People not feeling. We're getting into an argument here about Daniel Bryan. Someone call him Daniel Cryan. James is saying Jason Michael Campbell. You shouldn't call him Daniel Cryan. Then what will you call her always losing when she's somewhat of a powerhouse? People want Cesaro. He's due for a title run. All right. Mark Deal feels they need to give Cesaro a huge push. A lot of people feeling Cesaro recently, especially online. Cesaro is just one of those guys that I think they could always get behind and it would be believable. It would absolutely be believable. Really? Here's Bobby Bush. He's on the ad right now, the commercial break. Billy Bush, that's his name. The all-new Extra. So Billy Bush is on Extra, just like your entertainment tabloid show. You guys may not know him. He was the guy who was on the tape with President Trump that was revealed right before the election back in 2016, who said some really just like awful things about women, and they didn't know they were being recorded on a bus. That was pretty funny. And that guy still has a career. Craig Backlund, yowie wowie, watching in the UP. Oh, we got a Youper up in Michigan. Let me in. What's up there, Craig Backlund? Oh yeah, up on the Youps. You going ice fishing? It's still April. They still freeze over in the pond there. Yeah, you getting some Youping in. All right, we're back for commercial. Do I have time? Is it okay? Tell me if it's okay for me to run grab another soda pop. We call it pop here in the Midwest. All right, if you're with us for the first time, SmackDown, how you feeling it here? Lacey Evans backstage. What do you got to say, Lacey? Ooh, writing Sasha on the hand. That's kind of neat. She has the punch-out finish. You know, Lacey, I don't think is someone who gets enough credit for getting as good as she's gotten in wrestling. Legit background as a Marine, cool angle, really original presentation, the old school pinup vibe to it. I'm a fan of it. Oh, I'm like 3 minutes behind? Is that what everyone's telling me? Great. Wonderful. I'm like 3 minutes behind people on the stream. I'm watching this on the Fox app, by the way. I'm streaming this in Chicago. Sheamus is back here. What do you guys think of Sheamus now? Didn't have a role WrestleMania that brought him back before WrestleMania, but WrestleMania this year was kind of weird. Maybe this is a guy who could have won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but obviously they weren't going to have that match this year. Still looks like $1 million. Still looks like a great bruiser. Guy's been in the WWE system for more than 10 years, but he's going to wreck this guy here. Whoa, big school up roll out there from Denzel. Whoa, this guy's got a good goal behind on him here. That's all you're going to get, kid. I'm sorry if you guys are a little bit ahead of me on the live feed right now. Oh, he's brutalizing this guy with those elbows. Ooh. Oh, those stomp down knees. Do you want Sheamus to have another push? Vernon says Sheamus needs to be a champion again. I can see that here. Benjamin asked me, is that a free to watch? If you have you can get the Fox app if you have a cable provider. So I split a cable package with other people. I'm not at my apartment, so I'm watching this with somebody else. Took them out real quick. This wasn't that much enhancement. They're having people like Sheamus wreck people here. Woo! Just in terms of they had a different squash match here. He just wrecked them with elbows. Nothing super fancy here. If you're going to do a 2 or 3 minute match here, give the guy a couple of hope spots and then smash him down. Who loves the bro kick? I've always been a fan of the bro kick as a finisher. Uh-oh. Sheamus is pissed. Jeff Hardy? Bleeding Jeff Hardy? Huh? What about Sheamus? What's the crack, huh? Told you, JMC, I know my wrestling. I know my pro wrestling and very little else. I love they're showing a Jeff Hardy, highlight package here. This guy's done an incredible amount of insane things. Uh-oh. Last week we had the rise. This week we have the fall. Evan, do you know the history with Jeff Hardy? I assume most of you know it. If they're going through this, I wonder how honest they're going to be about his history of different struggles the guy has had with his health. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, they're saying it. I know they would say that in the WWE Network, but they're saying right now that he was abusing pain medication. It's been reported. No. Oh wow, they're showing stuff from like the Jeff Hardy. Oh whoa. They showed a little bit of the video from maybe 2011. I remember this was like when the Hardy Boys were putting out their own web series, and they were like a precursor to kind of like everyone doing their own YouTube show or having their own podcast, and they were like selling them online. Now they're talking about him and the recording. Whoa! They're talking about him being busted for pills. This was like the drug bust he had at his house, like right after leaving WWE, like after I believe maybe it was his second run with the company. 2009, yeah. 2011, 2018. Wow, they're talking about all this. I thought they would just mention this a little bit, but they're getting like very, very detailed in this. What do you guys think of this video package? Interesting angle they're pulling here with Jeff Hardy. Once again, will the Phoenix rise with him? James Stevenson, Jeff was doing more than pain pills. I hate to admit it. It doesn't get arrested. He admitted he won't quit. I challenge you on that. That's not exactly an accurate statement to say there here. People bringing up the Bulls documentary that's going to drop this weekend from ESPN. I am looking forward to that. As a kid who grew up in the 90s, really looking forward to the Last Dance Chicago Bulls documentary. Bring it to the flow. Bam, 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 bam. I'm amazing. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. That's my butt. And you get to see it while you're watching SmackDown. What is this headset? Is she wearing a disco ball? That is cool, dude. Yeah, you got to take that off. You can't get into the ring with that on. I need some like strobe lights or something here. All right, who do you got? Dana Brooke, Naomi, get in the chat. Let's see what you're saying. JMC is going with Dana Brooke. People feeling maybe Naomi on this match. Let me know who you got here. Why is she wearing a disco ball on her head? Why not? Why not? Jimmy Godsey really likes that entrance here. Vernon says, no twerking allowed, Kevin. TVPG. No, that's TVPG. This is TV. I don't know if I have a rating for this. Not at all. Kevin is an ass man. All right, you guys are picking Naomi so far in this match. If you're just joining us, you're popping in and out. This is a Smackdown Watch-Along. I am Kevin Kell. Let me put the name up there on the screen here, and you guys can get the handle for where to follow me and all that good stuff. And follow me on Twitter here at KevCallum. What you drinking? Coke? I'm drinking cherry Coke. No endorsement there. I almost spilled that on my laptop. That would have been awful. Oh. Kevin, hope you wash off the cans. They are a good way to catch stuff. Didn't think of that. People talking about the COVID-19 stuff. One thing I did do is I got the pop. You get them in 12 packs, right? I took out the boxes. I don't have the boxes. And I put them in the fridge without the boxes. You are right, though. I guess that is a way to do things. Share that link, everybody. Let us know what you think here. I tried cherry vanilla Coke. I was not a fan of it. Thought it was a little much. I don't need that. I mean, Coca-Cola is already flavorful as it is. I don't need that much flavor. All right, some stories that we're following here at WrestleZone.com. I'm going to drop some of these in the link for you here while we're on commercial break. Like this story that we're following was Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder, one of the unfortunate releases this week from WWE. He is excited about wrestling outside of the WWE. Where do you think he's going to wrestle? Let me think. You're probably going to say AEW. Speaking of AEW, the AEW champion Jon Moxley had some harsh words for WWE yet again, saying, I would rather work at a McDonald's than be a producer at WWE. Did he go too far there? Let me know what you think here. Also, we have an extensive coverage of all 24 cuts that were made by WWE. They include Kurt Angle, Rusev, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Sarah Logan, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and many, many more. We have them up now at WrestleZone.com. We also have an exclusive interview with the Bouncers from Ring of Honor and how they are staying active while Ring of Honor anxiously waits to get back into the action. Also, we have news about Ring of Honor and how they're taking care of their wrestlers while they're out of action. They have canceled all of their events until, I believe, into the summer. So also running a promo right now is we're going to get a 25-year celebration of Triple H next week on SmackDown. Do you think that sets up a match with Triple H? Do you think Triple H is going to cut an angle next week on SmackDown? Could Triple H have one of his very rare nowadays matches in the future? That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. No word, no rumors on that, but I think that could happen there. Vanessa says she sees Ryder going to AEW or Impact. Yeah, there's a significant possibility. I think Ryder in AEW is more possible than anything. Though I think on Impact he would be a good fit. I think he'd be a great fit there. People with different opinions here. We're coming back. All right. Let me know what you guys are thinking here. How? How is it going to be the most unique Money in the Bank match in history? What? What? Why? Why are they doing this? What? Did you hear that? What is this match? Did you hear what they're doing for the Money in the Bank match? Oh, this is crazy. That is one of the most insane ideas. Maybe not when you release 24 wrestlers, several agents, and production crews. Maybe not the best time to take a match like Money in the Bank, a big ladder match, and say we're going to have a climb the corporate ladder match when you're a corporation that just released a lot of people from their jobs or gave them furloughs or gave them layoffs. Maybe having a climb the corporate ladder match a few weeks after that, not a great idea. So I know people are going to say that right away, but what an idea. What an idea there. They just announced it here on SmackDown. This would be the most unique Money in the Bank match of all time. Is you will have to fight through WWE headquarters physically. Everyone who qualifies for the match is going to have to fight through a building to get to a ladder on top of the WWE Titan Tower and climb the ladder and get the Money in the Bank briefcase. Wow. Wow. Pretty ridiculous, huh? Pretty ridiculous. Vernon saying, how is AEW paying their personnel? We don't know the answer to that question here, as Naomi and Dana Brooke are in action. Do not know the answer to that question. It's worth noting that it's easier to find out financial information about WWE as someone who covers pro wrestling and sports entertainment. It's easier to find that information out about them because they are a publicly traded company. All right, so they are a publicly traded company, so a lot of that financial information you can dig into a little bit. It's on the surface, and you can find out what they're doing. Dana, why are you looking up at the briefcase here? You're staying in the ring, finish the job, doing the flex appeal when you could be doing the win appeal here. It seems a lot better here. Dana Brooke going for that baseball slide here. Wow, Naomi's got just the most fun-looking gear on right now with the glow up and all that fun stuff. I think she has one of the best looks in terms of like costuming of anyone in WWE. Very, very stands out a whole lot. Dana, why are you pointing at the briefcase so much? You got to win this match. And now I'm distracted by Naomi's light-up shoes. Remember those shoes when you were a kid? They had these shoes when I was a kid in the 90s. They had these BK Knights that would light up. Well, Frank Carter says, yes, well, tonight after we know we're going to have a Sheamus Jeff Hardy program. Yeah, at some point you're going to have a Sheamus Jeff Hardy program. Woo! Naomi nearly got her there. Ooh! Beautiful snap kick there off the mid rope on Dana Brooke. Oh, Dana Brooke, big power bomb. A little bit of that Batista bomb. Oh, Dana Brooke nearly got her. Almost that close. Just that close. Oh, big knees to the gut there. Oh, there we go. Roll up. Damn. Dana Brooke kicking out there. The big butt bump. Big old butt bump. Say that 4 times fast. Butt bump. Go ahead. You say it at home. There you go. Split like moonsault. No one there. High risk. No reward. Roll up for the win. Dana Brooke wins. Interesting choice. Interesting choice for Dana Brooke to get into this match and not have Naomi in there. Now, we don't know if there'll be a last minute change there. Maybe they have a final opportunity for multiple superstars to get their final spot in the Money in the Bank match. But this is certainly going to be a very odd Money in the Bank match. If you're watching with us anywhere where you're watching, go ahead and share that link. I'm Kevin Kelm. You can follow me on the Twitter right there. Go ahead and give that a look right there. Is it over there? It's that. But the name. Look for the name that's below my face. Give me a follow on Twitter there. Give us a follow as well. If you're watching live, you guys could be a little bit ahead of me there. I'm watching on the stream on the Fox app. What are you guys looking forward to later tonight here on SmackDown? We're about halfway through the show. Dana Brooke qualifying for Money in the Bank. We'll have another Money in the Bank qualifier with Daniel Bryan and Cesare. You an old school Ring of Honor fan like me? Woo! Looking forward to that one. That is my match you cannot miss. It looks like it could be the main event tonight if they put this match on first. We're also going to have a triple threat match within the next hour for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships that is not involving tag teams, but 3 superstars. Morrison representing the champions, or The Miz, representing the champions. Jey Uso and Big E. So 3 superstars for the tag team championships. I'm not against that idea. Who do you guys got winning that? Could we see some new tag team champions crowned even without the tag teams being in the ring? Very odd scenario. All right, Herman, you're right. I'm wrong. I had Naomi. I thought Naomi was going to win, so I'm 0-1 right now in terms of predictions. And if it's a jobber, I don't need predictions. We know the jobber's going to get fed to the superstar, all right? Oh, no, Otis. Otis with his hair waxed all the way over to one side. Poor Otis. Poor Otis. You guys see that circle of light? The guy who revealed this whole thing backstage with Sonya and Dolph Ziggler messing up the date with Otis and Mandy. Don't you think you know who that is? A man who will show you the light? Stephen Chambers in that triple threat match, he says he's got Miz winning the match. Let me know what you guys think here. Kevin Durgan, good question. Status of Reigns. When everything gets back to business, Mr. McMahon tells announcers not to mention Reigns. I I don't know. Do we see Roman Reigns back in the ring while we're still in this no fans era? It's very interesting. Very interesting to see if we'll see Roman Reigns, the big dog, who pulled out of a match with Goldberg before WrestleMania, right before it was about taped. Goldberg, excuse me, by the way, Roman did perform on some of those no fan shows at the Performance Center. But as someone who's battled leukemia twice in his life, he said on social media, you can see the video, it's on our Facebook page, he put it out there. He said, I didn't feel as someone who's at risk because of my immune system that it's something I should expose my family to. So I'm going to pull myself out of this action. I'm going to do what I think is right for my family. Let's see what you guys think here. People feeling Miz and that triple threat match for the tag titles later tonight. JMC texting in here saying, what are your thoughts on a possible WrestleMania 37 not happening? Is that happening? We went into great detail on an LA Times report that came out this week on the most recent edition of WrestleZone Daily. Maybe you want to watch that over the weekend. Came out yesterday. And we dug into the idea of what Mayor Garcetti of Los Angeles is saying, basically talking to the fire chiefs. I'm going to burp here. I want to burp on that mic. He doesn't think that they're going to have any live events in the city, mass gatherings in LA, a city that tapes dozens of different TV events with live audiences, a huge industry built around live entertainment in a city like Los Angeles, in the greater Los Angeles area, that they won't have any live events into 2021. It's not even June. It's not even May of 2020. And he says there's a possibility we may not have live events into the spring of 2021. Adding to this, SoFi Stadium, which is hosting WrestleMania, they have postponed their upcoming launch of the stadium in July. And we're starting to see a lot more events in entertainment be postponed or canceled in the summertime. I work for 101 WKQX in Chicago. We had a huge music festival planned for June 13th with Foster the People called Picnic. Unfortunately, that was canceled. So a lot of events, much further than we expected, are being called off. But could something next year already be called off? And could it be one of the biggest wrestling shows of the year? My hope is that isn't the case. Now, this isn't us reporting at WrestleZone that, WrestleMania next year isn't happening. We're not saying that. We're saying that the LA Times has caught wind of a internal fire department email in LA with the mayor of LA saying, we're not going to have mass gatherings in this city, which is hosting WrestleMania next year, into spring of next year. Now, WrestleMania is in the spring. Does that mean we're going to have 100,000 people in a stadium just a few weeks after the city said they're not going to have any people get together for big events? Who knows? It's a tough position for LA to be in. They're building that stadium for 2 NFL franchises, Olympics a few years down the road. So this is a tough position here. Let's get back to the action here. See what we got coming up here on WWE Smackdown. Oh, this is Tuesday nights on FS1. They don't have any sports, so they're running a bunch of WWE stuff. Once again, we're not saying WrestleMania next year isn't happening. We're just saying there's an internal email about different events and how they could be affected here. James Stevenson talking about a Columbus, Ohio country music festival got canceled. Frank Carter saying, Kev, what are your thoughts on Ronda Rousey's remarks earlier this week? Disappointed that Ronda would be so upset with wrestling fans who I thought took to her pretty quickly, but definitely turned on her even quicker. I do think she's under contract. You'll see her in the ring, but her saying she wants to be part-time, she's burned out. It struck me a lot as Brock Lesnar. And they pitched her as the female Brock Lesnar here. Let's see what's going on with Sonya Deville here. Does Sonya Deville make a romantic gesture? Let me see here. Does Sonya Deville make a romantic gesture here? Do you guys still hear me okay on the headset? Let me know. Herman says, do I see Mandy making up with Sonya tonight? I don't know. I'm actually on board with this storyline, dude. If you're feeling this storyline, give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like here. If you're feeling Mandy and Sonya together, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Hey, guys. Can you hear me now? Just want to double check, make sure you can hear me. Let me know what's going on, everybody. Oh, come on, Sonya. Come on, Sonya. Do you really mean that? Whoa. Sonya Deville showing up tonight. Woo! Oh my God! I'm loving this. Barbie doll. I know you better than anybody. I know you better than anybody. Whoa! Oh, this is on. This is on. I am loving this. Sonya Deville went to town on Mandy. I love this. Great writing, personal feuds, built up over time. Good stuff. Can't see me. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again. Gotta love Be Live. Making sure my connection's good. Thanks, guys. That was an amazing promo. Yeah, laying her out. Sonya Deville striking her down. Dolph Ziggler playing just the middleman goof. Boom. Here comes Otis. I think Otis is going to take a bump here from Sonya Deville. This is really her night. See, Otis already got a sleeper on the back here from Sonya Deville. Ooh, whip down off the top here. Mandy, are you okay? I love Otis's Midwestern accent. There he is. Hold the girl's hand. Oh, Dolph went in for another round here. He's going for the worm. Uh-oh, Sonya Deville's in the background, though. What's she going to pull? What's going to happen here? Did you hear that line? Did you hear that line from Corey Graves? Her knight in deep fried armor. I thought that was a pretty clever line. What a segment! What a segment! If you would have told me at the beginning of 2019, that by the time we got to WrestleMania this year, that one of the best non-titles storylines in WWE would involve Otis Dozovich and Mandy Rhodes and Sonya Deville and all these different people. There's a lot of moving parts here. This is very WWE. This is very sports entertainment, but done well. They've tried stuff like this before, the love angles before, and they aren't that great. This has been, even when it's corny, it leans on the corny or it leans on the romantic stuff, it's delivered some fun. It's delivered some real fun stuff. I really enjoy it. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Jimmy Godsey texting it. Otis and Mandy are the ultimate odd couple. Absolutely agree here. Otis is Tommy Boy 2.0. Absolutely agree. He does look like Chris Farley. That is really, really cool. Oh man, here. Yeah. The same writer who wrote this got released. Her name is Andrea Lissenberger, who wrote this. Oh, the Fink tribute is on right now. I want to see this. No! What is... Oh, okay. There you go, Fink. Very well done, tribute. Very well done. At commercial here. How you guys feeling with SmackDown? Good episode so far tonight? You feeling it? You having a good time with it? Sound off. A couple of familiar faces. If you're watching for the first time, I want to know what you think. Am I a bad host? How am I doing as a host? I need to know my personal feelings. Let me know how you guys are feeling here as we're at commercial. Damn, almost made me cry. Yeah. Fink passed away. A very, very sad one there. R.I.P. Finkel here. Chris Brewer bring up kind of a feedback about the storyline situation with Otis and Mandy and Sonya, saying this has a similar feel to Cena, Eve, and Ryder. I feel Mandy is playing Otis. Oh, is Mandy going to turn on Otis? Don't do that to poor Otis. Don't have him be turned on two-timed by Mandy Rose. Maybe, Chris, but there's dating in real life. Oh, don't tell me they're dating in real life. I could not see that. It's one thing to be on television. It's one thing to be on television here, people. Other people saying, I'm a good host. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Thank you. You's doing great. You know what, Mike? You's doing great. You's doing great. As a host, Kevin, you're better than the actual announcers. You know, I wouldn't say that at all. And this is my broadcast announcer voice, in which I talk to you about what is going on, where you are not alone. You can't be alone. You're in the WrestleZone. And you speak in this voice. It's pretty ridiculous, I know. Yeah. Isn't Mandy really engaged to someone else? You know what, James? I always find it very interesting that so many wrestling fans are very intrigued by learning about the real life relationship of a wrestler. Now, mind you, you've opened those doors with reality television, Total Divas, Total Bellas. It's all out there. You know, we've had nearly 7-8 years or 5-6 years of produced reality television about the real life of Nikki Bella and Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan and John Cena and all those superstars. Tough enough. God, that's nearly 20 years ago, right? So I can say that, though. All right, coming up this Monday, get a little bit more Drew McIntyre and what goes on with him and his chase to Money in the Bank. It looks like him and Seth Rollins going to be in there. How do you guys feel about that? Drew versus Seth Rollins. I heard I really liked Raw, but I heard a lot of people really didn't like Seth being the guy who now could potentially be challenging for the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank. Here we go, a little bit of The Miz. Miz has some incredible sunglasses on right now. These are very Ric Flair in mid-'80s. You are not a very good rap duo. Not good. Not good at the rap. I guess that's the main event tonight. I guess that SmackDown Tag Team Championship is going to be the main event, which makes sense. Interesting that Braun Strowman wasn't utilized for the main event tonight. Forgotten Sons, what did you guys think of their debut last week on SmackDown? Came out of nowhere. They're going to get a little bit of a vignette here. Vignette, no different than anything you get to see on NXT, but I bet many fans, whoa, look at these graphics they just put up on the screen here. We're getting Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. Yes! These graphics are like 3D that they're doing right now with a bunch of like digital things kind of flowing out at you. Trying to fill that negative space with no fans there. Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan. Give me your picks right now, okay? Give me your picks right now. Hit the heart button if you're feeling Daniel Bryan. Hit the thumb up button if you're feeling Cesaro. Heart button for Daniel Bryan. Thumbs up for Cesaro. Let me know what you think. Put them off in the chat as well. Vanessa, not a fan of the Forgotten Sons, huh there, Vanessa? I'd rather see Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens may have earned it more. Maybe Kevin Owens gets in the mix next week. We'll find out. Or maybe Kevin Owens is in the Money in the Bank match. Yeah, Money in the Bank in just a few weeks, too. Not too far away. Big DP! Yes. Come on, Big DP. Big DP. D. Bryan. Boom. Give him that yes, baby. Bam, bam, bam. I'm pumped. Jacked. One of my all-time favorites. I'm rooting for Daniel Bryan. I could accept him losing. I will not accept it neatly. I will not be okay with it. All right? Jimmy, you're with me here. You're feeling Daniel Bryan. Let me know in the comments. Who do you got? Let me know in the comments, the buttons. Let me know how you feel it. Heart for Daniel Bryan. Thumbs up for Cesaro. Let's go to the ring. Oof. Oof. Come on. Ooh, big monkey flip over the top rope. Into the announcers. Oh, we get an interruption here from Ali? What's going on? I thought we were getting a match. Ooh, I like this. I'm okay with that. What do you think of apparently the man who knows the truth, who wears a hood and ticky taps on a computer and is watching everyone with cameras like this one behind the scenes in WWE? He who knows the truth shall set you free. What do you think? It could be Ali. That's what I think it is. But it looks like he's going to definitely get someone here. All right, so Vanessa, we're here at commercial break. You're saying that Jimmy and Daniel and everyone's feeling Daniel Bryan here. Scott, you may be alone here. You may be in the minority with Cesaro. Matt, you're right, though. Cesaro does need to win a little bit more than Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is one of those guys who, could take a loss all the time. He's already cemented his place as a Hall of Famer. Jason Michael Campbell, I'd rather see Brie Bella over Daniel crying. Daniel, I don't care for her. She badmouths her own mom, calling her insensitive. Daniel crying. Come on now. You got to think of a better line there. The Bar needs to reunite. The Bar. We are the Bar. I don't know about that. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Those guys are more useful as single stars. Every commercial is saying essential, saying contactless delivery. Every single one. All right, guys. Other stories we're following over at WrestleZone.com. Want to let you know about these. We got to interview Moose, where he shared a look about his stay-at-home routine and how he's dealing with it. We also look into the matches that are going to be on next week's AEW Dark episode. The great charity efforts that Titus O'Neil of the WWE is getting into in the Tampa Bay area. $50,000 dedicated to the city of Tampa Bay to provide food for families during the pandemic. Congratulations to him and that wonderful relief effort. Tonight's 205 Live will not be live. It will be a show that features a focus on Brian Kendrick's career. I'm actually looking forward to watching that one as well. We also dig deep into how WWE is altering their taping schedule yet again for in the name of performer safety. That is all up now at WrestleZone.com. So, guys, give that a look and let us know what you think here. And get into it here. Herman Takar says he doesn't want WWE to reveal the person who knows the truth. I think they will at some point. You don't build something up and not give a big payoff on it. How come you're going live during SmackDown? Because I want to, Ricky. I want to watch wrestling with my friends on the internet. Daniel Bryan and Cesaro in the ring. Catch as catch can, grabbing holds here, adjusting the joints. Come on, DB. Reverse that hold, smack it down. I'm an adult. Daniel Bryan got the blue and green on his gear tonight. A little bit of those Seattle Seahawks colors. Ooh, that big elbow back there, huh? Ooh. Feeling this match. I'm feeling this. But they got to kick it up a notch. Got to hit up the action. See what happens here. Ooh, look at that power. Look at that power from Cesaro. Ooh. That looked brutal. Number one trend in the world. I'm putting it there on the screen. It's SmackDown. Get us number one. Let's get some more viewers before the end of the show, huh? Can you do that? Can you tag a wrestling buddy in the chat there? Can you share this in your wrestling friends group? Reminder, if you're watching for the first time, maybe you don't watch every day, you can subscribe there in the bottom, WrestleZone Radio. We have 4 episodes of WrestleZone Daily every single week. We also have the Survey Says show, and we also have the new Danny Cage and Double D show. Danny Cage, one of the most respected wrestling trainers in the world. He is doing interviews with us every single week where he digs into the world of wrestling. He has students that he has trained working in WWE, NXT, and AEW, so he knows quite a bit. And we're going to put those shows out every single week. Hours of free audio. Subscribe, WrestleZone Radio on your podcast app of choice. How do you guys watch the shows? If you listen to our shows or take in our content, do you do it on Facebook? Do you do it on YouTube? Do you do it on the podcast? Maybe you do a little bit of combination of all 3. Let us know. Daniel Bryan on the top rope. Come on, DB. Big splash there. Cesaro catching him. Oh, man. Oh! One arm into a backbreaker. Uh-oh, looking for a sharpshooter. Quick into that turnover. Come on, Daniel. Come on, Danny boy. Come on, he got that rope. He got that rope. You got to get off him, Cesaro. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. Break it up. Break it up. Jimmy says he needs a Raw watch party. That's 3 hours. I do watch Raw, but sometimes I watch it in chunks. We will have a Raw post-show, I will say. We won't have a Raw watch-along this Monday. They're going to commercial. Come on, Daniel Bryan. Are you guys with this match? Are you feeling this match? Are you feeling it? Are you into it here as we're going to commercial? Second commercial break here. Sometimes people get annoyed by that. Money in the Bank on the roof of the WB headquarters is very unique. Yes, that is happening. They are doing a Money in the Bank match on the upcoming May 10th pay-per-view. Obviously, it's going to be a show with no fans. So they're going to give you the main event in a very challenging circumstance. Some people could say the timing of using your corporate headquarters when you as a company release people from their jobs during a global pandemic could be seen as a bad thing. But that aside, if they're billing it as unique, you're getting something unique, a ladder match on top of a building. Why not? I say, why not? It's going to start in a ring somewhere, and it's going to end up on the top of a building. You can't deny that. Or it could be really hokey and weird. Are you guys into that? People are into this match. Stephen Chambers says he hope it doesn't rain at the end there of the different thing here. Matt Pestle says, in WWE 2K20, I'm doing my version of Money in the Bank, and it features 2 Raw, 2 NXT, 2 SmackDown superstars, and they fight for the Money in the Bank briefcase. All right, yeah. Also, after this is a pretty solid episode of SmackDown. I would say this is already better than last week's SmackDown. You guys agree with me? We're not even done with this one. And I got that Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose segment. We got a fun jobber match with Sheamus squashing somebody. Pretty fair segment to open the show with Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, and they brought up the Black Sheep thing. Dana Brooke winning was a surprise. WWE doing a lot of good things in this one episode, and we're getting Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro right now. Besides all the bad news, this is a pretty strong episode of SmackDown, doing a lot of the work to get us to Money in the Bank, and also them announcing that very unique addition to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view match here. Scott George saying Cesaro needs the win for Sami Zayn's Fidel Castro regime. He does have a Fidel Castro type vibe going to him. Yeah, that is correct here. I agree with you here. Scott, you may have the comment of the night here. Steve loved that Sonya Mandy promo here. Ricky J. Pal saying, well, so 205 Live will be reruns. I don't know if they're going to be reruns completely. We know that tonight's show will not be a live episode. It'll be one that features and focuses on the career of Brian Kendrick, the Brian Kendrick, one of the long-running cruiserweights in 205 Live and in WWE. Tristan Lawson is asking, what program am I using to produce my live stream? It's BeLive, BeLive.tv. If you message our Facebook page, I will give you the promo code to get that service. Let me know if you want to do that. So we're here at commercial. We're coming back here in a little bit after this commercial break. We will have Daniel Bryan and Cesare continuing here in action, and here we are. You guys having fun with this? I'm having fun watching wrestling with you guys. Come on. Loving Daniel Bryan and Cesare here. Great physical chemistry. Once again, into that arm bar. Does Daniel Bryan have a new submission hold? Oh, come on, come on. Oh, switch to the leg. Coming right up there. Go for the ankle lock. Ooh, kick that arm. Working that arm. Work a joint. Focus on it. He's been focusing on that arm the whole match. Gotta lay it in. Yes. 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 Come on, give him one big more. Oh, right to the dome. Right to the dome. Come on, DB, get the pin here. Oh, come on now. Right there. Nick says I should do this more often. I'll do it more often if we get more views here. All right? If we get more people watching the show, maybe a bunch of people checking in throughout the night, you don't have to watch the whole thing. We'll do more of them. So share the link. Not much rewatch value in me watching wrestling, but I can see it. I can see us doing something fun with this in the future. Ooh. He had him up for that fireman carry and drove him right into the top rope. That was really unique. Ooh, he just did a GTS. Cesare did a GTS. Call CM Punk. He's going to be real pissed off. Ooh, switching into the crippler. Ooh, right into that crossface. Almost Daniel Bryan's finish. I'm loving the Trato holds here so much. Ooh, Cesaro has Daniel Bryan in the yes lock. Love this. I love when guys use finishers on each other, like the reverse finisher hold here. Here we go. Yes lock in. Sink it in. Sink it in, DB. Get him. Here we go. Come on. He's going to tap out. Oh, broke out of it. What? It's two. It's 2 count. Ooh, big clothesline. I'm loving this match. Loving it here. People say I should do an NXT live chat. I do. We do the WZ Daily now on nightly, most nights, and we may do that. Maybe we'll do that on this Wednesday. We'll see. Doing those big biceps. Loves doing that bicep punch there. Cesaro, better watch that arm. Come on, DB. Come on, DB. Big reversal. Moonsault. No, Cesaro caught you sleeping here. Oh, coming down into the yes lock. Got him in the center of the ring. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. You're going to tap. You're going to tap. You're going to tap here. Come on now. Come on now. Don't let Shinsuke Nakamura get in the ring. Come on, Drew Gulak. Protect your man. You got to protect your man here. Hold him off here. Hold him off. Hold him off. Come on. Yeah. Yes. 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 I'm feeling it here. Oh, man. Do I see a Gulak heel turn? No. Come on. Gulak just helped them win. He's training up Daniel Bryan. These are 2 wrestling nerds that have become one powerful wrestling nerd force. I'm feeling it here. There we go. There we go. Now, if Drew Gulak gets himself in the Money in the Bank match, that's a different story. Got to point at that briefcase. Got to point at that briefcase, everybody. David Drone says that he thinks SmackDown has sucked. I disagree. I'm enjoying this SmackDown a lot more than last week. I don't think that one sucked. I was just disappointed. I was expecting more from it. This one, though, hitting the spot. Come on, Big E. Damn, Big E cutting a promo like his life depended on it. I also love the line where he mentioned that he's going to hop out of his 3-layer bunk bed. Is he implying that all of the New Day sleeps in a giant bunk bed? If he did, that would be adorable. King Corbin laying out Elias here. Oh, all right. That wasn't that painful. That was painful. He just threw him into a car. That looked painful here. Elias Corbin, I think Corbin could be paired with somebody else and have a little bit more electricity. You threw him off a pedestal onto cement. I don't know how you can chop that here. We got about 20 minutes left here on SmackDown. My assumption is they will have another commercial break here before the main event. Ooh, broke the hand in between those two rolling carts. He's doing this with a crown. What is he gonna? Where is he going? Oh, we're going to commercial, and then we're going to have to wait for him to come back to do the thing. All right. I hope Jeff gets a Money in the Bank shoot. What's a shoot? I'm sick and tired of these progressive commercials. Well, then you're sick and tired of somebody making money. I'm sick and tired of Trolls World Tour commercials. I've seen those everywhere. I just don't understand why the hate on Corbin. I think Corbin is great and a heel worker. Well, maybe because you're supposed to not like heels. People forget that. And he is a genuinely not liked heel. People feeling it here. People were upset there that Daniel Bryan got the win. I loved it. I was a fan of it here. Absolutely loved it. People want me to do a watch-along next week during SmackDown. That's a distinct possibility of happening, especially this quarantine thing happening here. Can't do comedy shows when no one can leave their house, man. So that's what I would be doing here. I do plenty of different comedy shows, or at least I was doing them before I did this. That's why I wouldn't do live watch-alongs and limit what I could do on the weekends with pay-per-views and stuff like that, but I'd still watch them all along there. Need to sit back here a little bit. Woo! Nature's Bounty. Not annoyed with that commercial. Plenty of other commercials have been annoying, but not annoyed with that one. See what you guys see here. James is, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I agree. I'm tired of being in the house as well. But, hey, don't worry. We'll get through this thing together, man. Let's hope we all get on the other side here. Remember Screech from Save of the Bell? He was cheering for the referee. Okay, all right. All right, that's how we feel about it. Let me adjust a bit. WWE doing a lot of content on cable TV now. You got USA Network Mondays. You got NXT on Wednesdays. Tuesday nights, you have like 3 hours of it on FS1. Have you guys seen these NASCAR shows they're doing where it's like all the racers are like playing it in a video game? See what you guys are thinking here. Charlotte being the queen of NXT is great for business. A lot of people are angry about Charlotte. They just sick of Charlotte as the champion. Oh, what are you going to do here, Elias? They did a beatdown through the commercial break? Oh, slamming somebody's head is always brutal. What is that he has? Is that his, like... Why didn't they just do this all before the commercial break? It's odd. Okay. All right, he slammed him a bunch of different carts. He smashed his wrist. He took off his crown. He put it back on. For a second, I thought Elias was crying, but he's just wheezing. Definitely beat him down real bad, but I don't know. This one just isn't catching me. Oh, he's going to smash him with the guitar. Kind of expecting that. Wasn't that something he could have done right when we came back from commercial? Didn't feel that. Didn't feel it. Chris and Mercedes bringing this up here. Did you see the Money in the Bank poster with all the champs' belts except Becky? I have. I wouldn't think too much of that. That isn't. That sometimes that's just done for editing purposes. That's just how you can frame somebody on a photo. I wouldn't think too much about that. All right, we're getting Carmella, Dana Brooke versus the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions next week. What do you guys think about that? All right, a little bit more of a pre-film package with Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. They're certainly playing on their history there. How do you guys feel about these superimposed graphics during the entrances? They did one for Cesare that was really cool. I'm liking these, especially now that they don't have that many people at the shows. They have to fill out the arena. Yes, it is. What does Big E have on his strap on his arm? I'm trying to figure that out. Fink. Oh, did you see that? He's got Fink on the bicep. That's a wonderful tribute there. And he is firmly thrusting his crotch in the direction of Michael Cole. Brenda says they need to fire Corbin. You really don't like him that much, Brenda? He's a heel. Remember that. She was proud of Dana Brooke tonight. Yeah, Dana Brooke got the biggest win she's gotten on WWE in a long time. Definitely will be interesting here. Between Otis and Big E, we have seen a lot of humping tonight. Yeah, you're right. People were real humping the air tonight. You know, they're pretty lonely. Got to hump something. You don't have to hump something. Don't take that the wrong way. People agreeing that he's maybe the best deal here. All right, who do you got? It's main event time. All right, I have been pretty mixed in my predictions tonight. My boy Daniel Bryan won, but who's going to win this triple threat match? 3 superstars from 3 different tag teams for the titles. Who do you got? Jey Uso's coming out now, Big E's out there, and then The Miz, who claims to be awesome. All right, so let me know. Can you still hear me okay? Did I break my microphone? Who do you got? Miz, Big E, or Jey Uso? Make your pick. Let me know and get your comments here on screen. Come on. All right, people feeling Miz. Kevin Durgan's with the Usos. Herman wants Miz. It'd be very odd to change the titles in this situation. Very odd way to change the titles. Miz retains. Corbin is just boring on the mic. Just my opinion here. Once again, full results if you're just joining us in here about SmackDown and what they have going on here throughout the night. All the results. You want to read them up? Just checking in with us. We got them at WrestleZone. We do that with all the TV shows, by the way. You don't want to, I don't have time to watch it. Well, go to WrestleZone. We'll tell you everything that happened. Ricky JP saying that Ricky JP, RJP, like Run the Jewels, saying he thinks Big E is very funny. I also remember when Michael Cole loved The Miz. Yeah. I always love that when people throw someone. Yeah. Oh, we're already opening up the table now. Come on. Big E has a future as a single superstar outside of tag teams, man. Big time. Big time here. I love him trash talking Michael Cole while he's clearing the table. Ooh. Put his ass through the table. What's going to happen here? Big superplex. Who's going through that table? Oh, that looked like it hurt really bad. The back, the small of the back, the wrenching pain. Can Big E survive that punishing blow through the table? We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Oh, man. What do you guys think here? Darian Roberts, I would love to see The Miz lose the titles and eventually leads to Miz versus Morrison SummerSlam. But I think Miz does what he does best and finds a way to win. Who needs this the most? Who needs this win the most? I mean, New Day, the 8-time tag team champions, do they need another title reign? Who knows? Do the Usos need it? They've been champions a lot. Do Miz and Morrison need to keep these titles more than anyone else? As they've been a successful tag team, but they need this more. Who needs it more? Everyone has had the belts before, but who needs them the most right now? Brendan says, Corbin has his qualifying match next week. Elias will make Corbin lose. Yeah, it seems like it's play by numbers. I don't know. Elias and Corbin is just not doing it for me. They've done these beatdown angles enough to the point where it doesn't hit me. It doesn't strike with me. It doesn't sit with me. Why am I supposed to think that Corbin smashing a guitar over his back is worse than him throwing him off a pedestal onto cement. You know? Ricky saying, I reckon the glitch was about Bayley and Sasha. Oh, you're talking about the truth things where the person will reveal the truth and they're under a hood? Saying they will tell all of the things you need to know of the WWE. I think I know who that is. I think it's Ali. It is the WWE superstar Ali. What up, Ted? I just made his list. What do you guys think of SmackDown tonight so far? We're almost done. We're a few minutes away from the end. Thumbs up. Odd that they would go with the tag teams in the main event, but can't deny, title match, big deal. Bigger deal for TV, right? I really enjoyed Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. I thought Sheamus looked strong. I liked Sheamus going off on the announcers for not talking about his big win. I loved the angle with Sonya and Mandy and Dolph. If they're going to do a mixed tag match, this is the way to build it up. This was fun, exciting TV. Sonya cutting the best promo of her life. This is a match. These two big matches in the second hour have really made the show count. I thought Tamina and Sasha was pretty cool, even with the outside interference, though I think WWE does a little bit too much outside interference week to week. But a pretty fair episode. And next week, we're getting that Triple H 25-year anniversary. I wonder what that sets up. I'm thinking Triple H gets a match somehow. They're setting up some type of match down the line with him. Don't know how or who he's going to face. It's worth noting he did not compete this year at WrestleMania. And the Triple H matches are few and far between now. Brenda says SmackDown so far was great. People really into that Triple H anniversary here. All right, guys, let us know who you think here. What do you think of tonight's SmackDown as we're nearing the end of the episode? If you're just joining us here, tell us where you're watching from. Oh, dude, the way Big E went through that table, he took that like right in the middle of his back on the corner. Oh, rough. Oh, big STO there from Big E. Always enjoy that springboard double axe from Miz. He's still doing the chants. Trying to get that hey hey ho ho thing going. Gets a super kick for his efforts there. Uso laying them both out here. Super kick party on Friday night. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Hope you guys are doing good out there. Brenda loved Mandy and Otis and Sonya versus Dolph. Oh, big figure four leg lock here. Never was a huge fan of Mrs. Figure Four, but it does look painful. Oh, you do that one angle where you see the legs like laced a certain way. That hurts. Here comes Big E with a big splash coming out of this. Have you ever put your friend in a figure 4 leg lock? It's not good. Big dominator. I thought Miz was gonna kick out. We got new tag team champions. Wow. Big E sitting on Corey's lap. That's pretty funny here. You know what? Darian Roberts, I'm absolutely right. I thought Miz was going to kick out there. I thought Miz was absolutely going to kick out there. Did not expect that. Yeah, Steve, your prediction goes out the door here. We got new tag champs. Feel good win. I think New Day are so over. Xavier Woods sent in the pre-taped win. It's almost like they had those promos ready to go. He's plugging his podcast when he's winning the titles. And he plugged his YouTube. Big E's rolling on the floor with tag titles. He's rolling on the floor with the tag titles. This, I'm okay. I love New Day is fun. It wasn't a fantastic match. It wasn't the best match I've ever seen. I've seen better New Day matches. It was pretty good. Thumbs up on this episode of SmackDown. The Cesaro Daniel Bryan match was awesome. The main event was a fun match, and we saw new tag team champions. That's certainly worth seeing in a very weird scenario too, nonetheless. But weird is sometimes interesting. I would say it is here too. Thumbs down on the Baron Corbin Elias stuff. It's a step down from what they already did. They did a big angle to get to WrestleMania. I don't know why we have to keep pairing these guys together. So there's that. Sheamus beat up a enhancement talent, cut a nice little promo there on Michael Cole. They did some good angles with Jeff Hardy, mentioning his very troubled past. And they opened hot with a fun angle with Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. Pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw. Excuse me, Monday Night Raw is what's coming up. SmackDown is tonight. I've been talking into a camera here for 2 hours, so leave me alone. I enjoyed this episode of SmackDown. They set up a bunch of different things for Money in the Bank. The people that qualified looked strong in their wins, and they certainly have a very unique scenario here for me. Scott George was 0-3 here. Drop that thumbs up here if you guys liked it here. Benjamin A. Jones saying, New Day again with the titles. He didn't enjoy it. Kevin Durgan enjoyed wrestling. And Stephen Chambers on the scale of 1 to 10, he gives it an 8. What is your scale? 1 to 10. Give me your 1 to 10. Me? I'm going to say this is a solid 8.5. This is a really good episode. If you told me I was getting all those things beforehand and I knew the wins, I knew the results, I'd still want to watch it. So when you kind of know the results and you still want to watch the show, that's not bad. People saying this here. Glad Miz lost hope. Usos turn heel. Maybe we'll see that happen, Stanley Smith. If you're watching on demand and you enjoyed this and you have this on in the background while you're watching SmackDown throughout the weekend, thank you so much. I am Kevin Kellum. You can follow me on Twitter at Kev Kellum. I host all of the streaming content here for WrestleZone, and thank you so much for doing it. You can subscribe to our podcast, WrestleZone Radio, hours of free audio content for you to consume with your eardrums every single week. Also on our YouTube channel, we're putting up all these channels, all these different channels of different stuff. Facebook, YouTube, and your podcast feed. We're there. Okay, we have it happening. Especially in this time of quarantine, you can consume more stuff, and we hope that WrestleZone is a part of that. We hope you're staying safe. We hope you're washing your hands. We hope you're keeping your social distance and doing everything you can to support our essential workers, our first responders all around the world. We know it's not just bound by the United States. We know we have fans in Australia and Europe and the UK, all around the world. We hope you're staying safe because we want to enjoy wrestling with you. I'll see you Monday night after Monday Night Raw with the post show. Thanks, guys. Enjoy wrestling.